Blanca, thank you very much for being here today. Can you tell us a little bit more about what your company has been doing? I know you're active in real estate, in infrastructure, big role. Can you describe for our listeners what you do?
Absolutely. And thank you very much again for the participation in these excellent forums. But yeah, Marhnos, it's a Mexican private company. We're based out of Mexico. We've been in the market for 70 years. In January, we turned 70.
Wow.
We have evolved from being born as a construction company to now being really an integrator of projects of infrastructure and real estate in several countries. No? We have some presence in Colombia, Peru, we're very active, Guatemala, Mexico, of course, and more recently, the United States. When I say we're an integrator of infrastructure and real estate projects, I mean that we participate in the full value chain. So we originate these projects, we create the investment platforms. Obviously, we invite both financial institutions and investors to come along with us in our capital structures. Mm-hmm. We execute the projects, but we are there with a very long-term view, operating view. Mm-hmm. So especially in the infrastructure where you have 25, 30-year contracts, we're there for the long haul, and in our real estate business as well. No?
Perfect. We're here in Madrid, where we have almost 200 participants coming from Mexico, Colombia, Brazil, and they are discussing different kind of opportunities here in the local market in Spain, but also Portugal. What brings you here? What are you looking for?
Yeah, no, we think there is a very interesting link. I think Spain and Mexico are joined by our language, by our culture. You know, we're very like-minded cultures, and we have found a lot of institutional and private investors based out of Spain, or at least near Spain, that are very interested in Latam. So that can find a lot more congruency within their portfolios and their strategies to invest in Latin America than we found in other countries, no? Let's say France or London, so in Spain here specifically, we are looking for investors and financial partners.
Perfect. And when it comes to the kind of opportunities that you would be open to or you will be looking for here in the region, is that related to a specific asset class or location? What is your decision-making process in terms of deciding what's the right opportunities for you?
Right. Well, so on the infrastructure side, we're focused on social infrastructure.
Okay.
So we do very high social impact projects, meaning hospitals, meaning education, no? Schools, meaning highways, which create development around communities and connect points, commerce points. So we do that on the infrastructure side. And like I said, in those projects, we have a lot of experience in Peru and Guatemala and Mexico. In real estate, we are more focused on income-producing properties. And by that, I mean, in Mexico, we've had pretty much in all asset classes, we've had all types of commercial real estate, hotels, etc. Today, we're more focused on residential for sale in Mexico as an opportunity that we see right now in the middle income segment. And in the US, we are looking at income-producing properties. We have some multifamily projects, and we have some income-producing properties, a very particular niche where we buy buildings from the U.S. federal government. And so those platforms are really, really interesting to some of the partners that we found here in Spain, no? Particularly here in Spain.
Perfect. When it comes to Mexico, nearshoring is a topic that's changing the platform for investors that want to deploy capital in the region, for sure. At the same time, we see several challenges related to energy, infrastructure,
water,
transport, water, etc. How do you go about that?
Yeah, we're not in the energy or in the water space, but we are in the highway space. And that is one of the things, the major things that, detract some of the investment, or that can slow down, let's say, the significant growth that or the participation that we can have in this phenomena. But we from Marhnos, we look at it in Mexico specifically, and Guatemala is also benefiting from nearshoring. We look at it from the transportation point of view, from the highways.
Oh, okay.
From the highways, not so much the real estate.
Perfect. Blanca, thank you very much for being here. Pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you as always.